It was games like this one that's where Bryn Forbes got going. It was summer league games where some of the main guys weren't playing. He had a fabulous time here last year in Salt Lake showing shots like that, and then went back down to Vegas and continued to play well.
San Antonio, and Pops put him on the floor, Booner, 36 times.
Yeah, just show you can play. I mean, here it is again. I mean, one thrown pass right at the rim for an easy. How about that power move, huh?
It's hard for guys to leave their first pro team.
9-2 San Antonio. And away she goes.
Whatever the case, a very talented player, that's for sure.
Yeah, Magic taking an opportunity to take him at number 2.
George Hill, who went to IUPUI, a smaller school for various reasons. His case is nice steal there.
White weaves his way down court. Hanlon on a dribble drive. Beautiful move. Olivier Hanlon, originally drafted by the Utah Jazz.
When he played at Boston College, they had no other offense. He was the only one on that team that could really score. So he has tried to learn how to be more of a point guard. This is a good test for him today.
5th turnover by San Antonio. Philly connects on the other end.
Because they really have so much talent, but they really don't know how to play the game.
That's a great point. They've been coached through the AAU and the one-year of college. Is a nice bucket down the baseline.
This is, I love the brand of basketball that we're playing now, that's for sure.
Spurs taking just 7 shots so far. Philly buries a 3 on that far side, and a nice release by Blackman. Unless, Milos 1, Milos 2, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Miles for 3.
It's actually a little bit of Fletch. It's on the Underhills.
There you go. It's open. Yeah, that's open. Ledbetter goes right to left hand, pops a 3, and it looks good. Nice move from right to left for Will Hardy and the Spurs. Here's Austin again, pulls up, hits that shot. That was a nice move. Dribble drive, then step back Jay for 2. Poitras back on the court after suffering that hip pointer. Briscoe, right to left hand over Ledbetter for 2. Got it, just beat the horn.
Hoop Summit, which is the biggest place for any high school player, went to Kentucky, and now the question is, what position is he? Is he a 1? Is he a 2?
Need to shoot it. Out of the wing for 3. Now they go back inside. Poitras breaks through. Easy bucket. 40 out of Kentucky.
You notice he caught the basketball and did something with it right away.
Same on the other end. How about that spin by Corey Jefferson? Caddy Lillane makes his first appearance tonight. Little stop and go dribble. Nice slide. Briscoe up and in. Boy, that's a beautiful move. He's done a marvelous job. We talked about this all week long, but the mantra is read Ron and Dave, and I think you bring in J.J. Redick.
And it's going to be such a long rebuild unless they do something remarkable with cap space. Philadelphia's got a path. You can write the script pretty easily where Philadelphia's good. And
I'm expecting him to come in and play.
R.C. Buford says they're happy with LaMarcus. Do you think LaMarcus is happy in San Antonio?
Well, he has no other choice but to be. Even if he's not. He's the man signed a contract in 2015.
Both teams trying to pick up pace here late in the first half. Bertans loves that corner. Bang, got it.
3, Bertans.
Into Bolden. Little stop and pop. Good shot. Great angle.
Number 17, Larry Drew.
And Larry Drew. Final minute. White, strong move. Tip in. Nice follow by the big fella.
Epics.
Bertans grabs that miss. Now a little floater in the lane. Nice job. Beautiful body movement by Bryn Forbes.
Really feeling it last night. I mean, just got himself open, knocked down some beautiful shots.
Corner 3. I think there's a lot of wonder in that city. Greatness for so many years, Ron, with Tim Duncan and company, and now some uncertainty.
They should have it, which means next year DeMarcus Aldridge should be better if he makes a comment like that.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. It'll be LaMarcus' 3rd year.
Percent when the night started. Got to hit threes to play in this league. And speaking of threes, right on cue. Rolling up on the 6-minute mark. Nice quick pass, corner 3. Got it.
Is that Spurs basketball right there?
That's beautiful. You're right. Pops is smiling someplace.
This he has been thought of as the player you trade and then you get better. Toronto got rid of him, they got better. He's always been thought of as a numbers guy with hollow toward wins and the most win-centric. It's a really interesting match to see whether or not Rudy Gay can become, fit the Spurs DNA and be that type of player in the last season or two with Sacramento after in their numerous coaching changes. I would be interested to see if San Antonio, with their ball movements, able to put the ball back into his hands and allow him to make plays.
15, 20 minutes, 8, 9 minutes at a time, something like that, just to get into a rhythm. Beautiful shot. How about that?
Both clubs taking care of the ball a little bit better than what we saw in the first half. And right on cue, they turn it over. Never fails. Nice spin. Sean Charles with the flush down for 2. Makes a difference. Three on the way. I don't think the net moved. Nice shot, Ledbetter out of Idaho. 2 minutes left.
Is the hair bun in honor of Kelly Olynyk's new contract?
It may be. Hair bun was pretty popular for a while. Haven't seen it as much.
Remember that bell bottoms were popular at one point too.
Right.
Just because something's popular doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, Booner, you had the bell bottoms and the heels. I know it.
Well, you guys get off the mod look,
Corey Jefferson hammers the rim. Now it's a free-flowing game.
Well, at least they're making shots. You've got to go back a ways here, Craig. I know you're young.
Yeah,
but,
thank you.
There were some players back in the day that sported the beard because
Clyde.
it was the look, Clyde. But Baron Davis has been working with Dante.
Yes. .30 seconds left in the third. Back comes Philadelphia. Picked it up. Philly switches, 3 on the way, short, rebound, Sixers push. Miles in the front court, hammers it with the right hand. Sixers with Briscoe. Inbounding, 3.7 to play in the quarter. Blackman on a step back jumper, got it. Beautiful shot.
The Sacramento Kings, so the Kings, with all that youth, also have added George Hill, Zach Randolph, and Vince Carter to their roster.
I really have a lot of respect. We've watched him many times, Ron, this past season. Still has hops, can play. Great guy in the locker room as well.
That freak accident, that set so many players back. And
nice move.
Most part destroy their game.
According to Joe Johnson, when you do hot yoga, Bikram yoga, you never age. The fountain of youth. But doing hot yoga with Joe Johnson, wow.
Cleanthony Early, who's on the floor for San Antonio, I think it was a second-round draft pick out of Wichita State by the Knicks. And a lot of people had some high hopes out of him. I think he had a very good summer league.
In the second half of the season, gives them more size in that role, the ability to post up some smaller defenders if teams switch on him. But he's going to have to prove he can defend power forwards to stay on the court alongside Hassan Whiteside. You've seen his scoring ability translate over the last couple games here in Salt Lake City. Mitchell is an interesting one. He rated much better as a sophomore than a freshman.
Put on a nice fourth quarter run against Utah last night. Won that quarter 31-23. Lost the game by 6. But it goes back to what we talked about before. 2015 with 26 against the Utah Jazz. It's not a record you won as Philly powers back inside and a bucket by Isaiah Miles. Looking for a cutter. He'll go back up top with 10 on the shot to Bertans. Big fella can cross over, stops, pop, jumper, sweet. Ron Boone. Big fella showing a move with that 15-foot J straight away by a 4. Forbes goes behind the 3 line. Now a step back from 17 feet and drained it.
Pelling, then the step back. He puts like 3 feet, 4 feet between the defender and his shot attempt.
Oh man, we're just knocking down buckets one after another. Austin and Forbes putting on a show here to settle in for Boston, Utah, coming up next here on NBA TV. Easy flush down. Philly breaks away baseline, and Bolden with 14 now. He's from Australia.